Well, I'm glad we caught up with you here in Florida, Celeste. This is amazing. I go on the internet and I find out different things about people. I went on the internet and I found out legends of magic and icons of magic. Your name is there. You are a legend and an icon in the magic world.
Wow.
And I understand.
I didn't know that.
I understand there's also a model or something like that of you in a collection someplace. And not an effigy, because effigies you hang, but but we wouldn't want to hang.
They could have done that for some of the tricks I did too.
No, aren't there a couple places where they have models?
Yeah, mannequins.
Mannequins.
Well, the Magic Hall of Fame in Hollywood. Ray Goulet's museum up in Massachusetts. They've got table costumes, me in David Copperfield's museum
in Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah. Let's see, you were born in Canada, but almost in the United States.
That's right.
Where was that?
A little town called White Rock, right on the border of Blaine, Washington.
Wow. And how, like a mile or mile?
About a mile and a quarter, mile and a half, I would have been an American citizen.
Wow. But you're an American citizen now?
Now I am.
Oh, good. So we can...
Yeah, I was born New Year's Eve.
Were you really?
Oh, the whole world celebrates my birthday, baby.
Every year? Wow.
Every year, fireworks and everything all over.
They even drop a ball down from Times Square there too. Every time I look at that now, I'm going to say, Celeste Evans' birthday.
Oh, you're so nice.
Celeste, when did you first start in magic, or when did you get the inkling that you wanted to perform magic?
When I was about 9 years old, and that's no novelty in this day and age, because I go to the magic meetings and there's so many children under 9 years old, and they're doing good magic.
But I started back then in the Stone Age, what?
Well, there weren't any women magicians or girl magicians.
After you got done performing for yourself in the mirror and you got enough confidence that you were going to perform for someone other than yourself, who was that, and when was that?
After I graduated from high school in 1950.
From when you were 9 years old till when you...
Grade 12.
They tell you, practice, 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 and you certainly did. Okay.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't what I really wanted, tricks I meant. So I went to Vancouver as a contometer operator, and I got in touch with a magician, John Kirby.
Okay.
Who had studied under his uncle, Alan Lambie.
Oh.
And also Alan Lambie's other nephew was Mickey Hades.
Okay, okay.
So John agreed to teach me, give me sleight of hand lessons, the right way, because I was doing a lot of things, trying with the cards, but I was doing them wrong. I mean, there's simpler ways.
You didn't have a mentor up until then.
You're right.
Yeah.
So he trained me for a couple of years. I paid him $2 a week, and in those days, $2 a week was a lot of money. And after that 2 years, then I got my first Korea trip.
Really? You went right from there to a professional career, like overnight?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. So, and how long did you do the Korean tour?
Oh, the Korean tour, that was about 6 weeks. And then I came home and I went on tour with a country and western group. Okay. All the way up through British Columbia into part of Alaska. And then I got home and I got the telegram from Pick the Stars for Toronto. And I went down there, did the TV show and stayed in Toronto.
And then you were on the road in 26 different countries with Buddy Rich, isn't that right?
Well, yes, but before Buddy Rich, the UN sent me, or before that even, the Air Force sent me, State Department, up to Greenland twice, Iceland, Germany, Africa, and then UN, United Nations, got a hold of me, and they sent me to Gaza Strip, and they sent me to the Congo 3 days after Lumumba had been killed. And that was terrible because there was a revolution in the country at that time. And they were killing Belgians off, because the week before 6 nuns had been killed by the Congolese. So they thought they saw us, you know, they didn't see our show, they wanted to get us. So every time we'd perform, we'd get in the plane quick and take off, and that camp would be raided about an hour after we took off.
They were
They
unhappy.
thought we were Belgian.
They were unhappy they didn't see your show.
No,
That's what
they thought we were Belgians, and we had to be killed. I've seen quite a few famous magicians. Okido. In fact, Okido was a good friend of mine when he toured Vancouver. And I have a picture somewhere in there with Okido and me.
Wow.
And I was only, I don't think I was 21 yet.
Wow.
And then Blackstone Sr. took a liking to my show and helped me, you know, a bit with the tricks.
That's great.
And Francis B. Martineau, boy, he was my idol up in Canada too. And Mandrake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Leon Mandrake.
I understand that you know John Calvert.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And that at one time he asked you to be with his show. Is that true?
It was.
Really? Why didn't you go with the show?
Well, we were in Kuala Lumpur, and he was in Kuala Lumpur with his show.
Where's Kuala Lumpur?
Oh, it's somewhere way out there in the Asian.
In the Asian countries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we went over to see his show. This is when we were with the State Department,
right.
John F. Kennedy Cultural Exchange. And then he'd come over and see our show. And after the show, he said, Celeste, I'd like you to join our act, you know, and be with us, and, you know,
right.
on the boat and tour all the different places. And I said, well, gee, that would be nice, but I'm working for the State Department. I just can't get up and run away. I said, besides, who would get top billing? And anyway, that's the boat he sank too.
Oh, so he didn't go for Magic-O-Rama starring Celeste Evans and John Calvert?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Where else did you perform at that time?
There was about 2 nightclubs in Vancouver, and I performed in both of them. And well, Vancouver did not have much of an entertainment life. Mm-hmm. So we do the Legions and the Moose and VFWs, and they'd pay us $10 a night.
I heard though that you had done either 10 shows a day or 10 days.
That was in the Vancouver Expo tent shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that like the World's Fair type of thing?
Similar, but not as big, you know.
Yeah.
Every city has their expo shows, yeah. And that gives you a lot of practice.
Have you used to do a dove act?
Yes, I did.
Were you like one of the first people to do dove act?
Oh no, Shannon Pollock.
Oh, Shannon Pollock was...
Okay. There was quite a few. I think I was the first woman to do doves. I didn't have pockets. I didn't wear a jacket. I didn't have sleeves.
Where did you hide the dove?
I'll never tell.
Okay, so you played a lot of different kinds of dates. You played club dates and you played club circuits, and is there a difference?
Oh yes. A club date it's a one-nighter. It's a banquet you're invited to, or anything, a picnic, anything, but it only lasts one day or one night. And you go in, you set up, and you do your show, and
pack up and move on.
Pack up and move to your next club date. Now, clubs are different. There you're in a club for about a week, so your equipment's all there, fine. All you have to do is just put it together. It's
like a show. You can, you set up for the next.
Yes, you set up for the next day.
Right.
Right.
That's pretty neat. Where did you play in Chicago?
Playboy Club.
Playboy Club. Mm-hmm. You had the right costume for it.
Yes.
Did you wear a bunny tail on your costume?
No, I didn't.
No. Oh.
Unfortunately, though, the stages are so small, and there's this big grand piano on stage, and I had to work in the hole of that grand piano. You know. Thank goodness that my table would be on my left in the hole.
Right.
So I could, work that way.
Yeah, but think about all the stuff you could get out of that piano there, huh?
I never thought of that.
Did you consciously retire from the stage, from performing?
But that was when I was in the Magic Hall of Fame, when inducted in 1998. Yeah.
You
I
got
do.
the time to go into another profession. I
That's
understand
right.
you did. I understand you went into management.
Yes, I did. I took over my husband's business. Yeah.
And this was
But
an
I still worked. I still entertained at night.
and this
yeah.
was an entertainment agency?
Yes,
or
it was. All kinds of acts. Variety acts. Variety.
Okay. And where was that?
That was in Illinois.
I was in Illinois.
That's where, you know, where
And
I had
how-
the two
how-
teenage kids.
Oh yeah,
So,
right. Yeah, you don't want to
I
leave
stayed
them
pretty
alone.
close to home.
Where? How large of an area did you book?
Oh, wow. We were booking all over the United States and
Really?
cruises and everything, yeah.
Speaking about that, how did being a female in a male predominant business, how did you get along with that? How did you manage that? I mean, did you have to fight them off with a cane and a whip, or?
No, I just, a lot of the magic clubs wouldn't, most of them except for IBM and SAM, allowed women. But the other magic clubs, women were taboo. They weren't allowed in the club at all. But they'd bring me in to do my act. Oh boy, you know, but you won't let me join. So I got a little mad at that and decided I was going to wear that strapless evening gown and take the work away.
Good for you.
It
Good
worked.
for you.
Yeah.
Right, it did work. Well, I'll tell you, this is. I'm glad you allowed us to come over here and sit by the pool and sit by the bay.
Well, you can take
and
your clothes off and jump in if you like.